Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new, please hit that like and subscribe button, and let's get right into today's video. So for today we will be making me some acrylic press-on. So for the nail tips I will be using the medium square pre-shaped nail tips from Betty Cora. And here I will just be quickly measuring out my sizes. I pretty much know them, but I'm just showing you guys on camera how to measure your sizes. So you want to make sure they fit nicely sidewall to sidewall. If they are too small, go ahead and size up. And if that size is still like a bit too big than what your natural nail area is, go ahead and choose that one and we can make them fit your natural nail beds, if that makes any sense. So for example, on my index finger, that size is a bit too big. It's a size 6, but the size 7 does fit pretty small. So I did go ahead and choose the size 6 for my index finger, and I will be shaping it up to fit my nail on the index finger. Here I'm just quickly customizing the nail tips to kind of fit more perfectly on my natural nail beds. Off camera, I did go ahead and just trim the nail tips down since I was already working on the other hand. I did go ahead and just trim these down to the same length, and now I'm just using a mini buffer to buff away the shine on these on these nail tips. So for today's acrylic, I will be using Strawberry Mochi from Bomb Nails. I absolutely love this cover powder, and I highly recommend it to anybody who loves like the pinky nude toned acrylic powders. So getting into the application, I did start off with a pretty large bead than what I needed, so I am pretty much just wiping it all off. But when I do like to do acrylic press-ons, I like to apply it a little bit below the cuticle area, and once I have that nice and applied there, I will go ahead and gently brush up towards that, so that way it's not so bulky in that cuticle area. Not only that, it helps prevent shrinkage doing that. And then when doing acrylic press-ons, I do like to have them about this thickness. I don't like them super thick because I feel like it just looks super bulky, especially on the shorter length nails. So I like to just do it not so thick, but not so thin, if that makes any sense. So again, just applying a medium-sized bead of acrylic to the nail tip here, just a little bit below the cuticle area, and just gently brushing it up towards that cuticle area so it's nice and thin in that area. And then I'm just applying more acrylic where I need it to be applied, again, just to have the same equal thickness across all of the nails. But I will go ahead and let you guys watch the rest of the application play out, and I will come back in once it's time to shape and file. So these are how all the nails look like after the application's been nice and applied. So I am only using a hand file when shaping any type of press-ons. It is just my preferred method on filing when doing press-ons. I feel like I just get more of a smooth surface when using my hand file when shaping up press-ons. So here I'm pretty much doing the same thing I would do if I was working on myself or like the practice hand. I would just shape up the sidewalls to make sure everything is nice and crisp, and then I will be working over the entire surface of the nail to smooth that out, and then I do flip the nail over to file the free edge to make sure that is nice and straight as well. Next, I'm just taking this mini buffer again and buffing over the surface of the nails because we will be doing just a little bit of nail art, and I do want a smooth surface for that. And then very quickly before we get into the nail art, I'm just taking a lint-free wipe and some alcohol and wiping away all that dust from the nails. Now these are how the nails are looking like after they've been shaped and filed. So for today's gel polishes, I will be using Classic White from KAIROSE Nail Supply and this purplish pink type of color from Born Pretty. The color is cute from Born Pretty, but I wish it was more of a purple color. Here you can see it's more like a pinkish purple. So I'm adding that to the white and mixing it in, and I realize that it's just more pink than what I want. I want kind of like a lighter purple. So I am adding this gel polish here. I don't know how to pronounce the brand's name, but just like a tiny dot to that and just mixing that in, and I get the perfect light purple color that I want. So I will be doing French tips for today's nail set, and since these are a shorter length of nails, I am using the 20mm liner brush to create my French tips. And I am only doing this finger, well this nail first as a tester finger to make sure that the next part of the nail art comes out how I want it to be. So here I'm just taking that purple gel polish color that we mixed and creating my French like smile line, and then once I get that nice and situated, I will go ahead and infill the rest of the sides and then cure for only 30 seconds. So I am going to be taking this iridescent chrome powder and applying that to the French tip area, and this is why I'm using it as a tester finger to make sure the color comes out how I want it to come out, and it's very beautiful, and I absolutely loved how the chrome French tip looks, so I will be doing that to the rest of the nails. So I will go ahead and let you guys just watch the rest of this process play out really quick. I am just doing French tips on all the nails, and then after that I will be applying the chrome powder to the French tip area. And also, to have a nice like tacky layer for the chrome to adhere to, only cure your gel polish, cure the nails in the light for only 30 seconds, and it does have a nice tacky layer for that chrome powder to adhere to. So these are how the nails are looking like after the chrome powder has been nice and applied. So I'm taking this gel polish color called Sky from Brilliant Noir. It's absolutely one of my favorite type of like periwinkle type of color, I guess you'd say. And I am doing like the hibiscus flowers. I could have just left the nails with French tips because I am more into just basic sets, but I did want to have something cute, kind of like summery and spring together. So that's why I decided to do this flower. So I did go ahead and take my dotting tool and apply the dots to create the like top part of the petals, and I'm just using this thin liner brush to do the lines to make it more like petal like, I guess you'd say. And then I am doing like a little line coming out from the flower, and I will be doing some dots around that as well. And once I'm done with the flower, I will go ahead and cure in the light for 30 seconds. So these are how the nails are turning out. I did go ahead and do a flower on the other set as well, the other hand. So I am using my KAIROSE Nail Supply Classic Diamond Gel Top Coat and applying that to all the nails since we are pretty much done with the nail set. Once I am done applying the top coat to all the nails, I will go ahead and cure in the light for a full 60 seconds. Now typically I would end the video after I'm done top coating and showing the final results, but I did want to go ahead and leave the part of me applying them to my hands so that way you guys can understand how to apply press-ons and everything like that. So if that's something you're interested in, go ahead and keep watching the video. So I did go ahead and apply the nail tips to my other hand. As you can see here, they look pretty cute. I think they're a little bit too short than what I typically like, but that's okay. And then here I'm just quickly showing you what comes in your application bag. If you order press-ons from me, it does come with a nail file, the nail glue, alcohol, prep pad, and this cuticle pusher here. So I'm just using the cuticle pusher here to gently push back the cuticles, and then I will be flipping it over and using the opposite end to kind of scrape up any of that like residue from my previous set that I did soak off, along with just any dead skin that I could lift up with that opposite end of that cuticle pusher. Next, I'm just taking the mini file that does come in the application bag, and I am just gently filing off the shine from the natural nails. You want to make sure to do this because if you don't, the nail tips will not stick properly, or like they won't last on your nails because it doesn't have a nice edged surface to adhere to. So I highly recommend doing this step before applying your press-on nails. And if you guys are interested in ordering any type of press-ons from me, I do have a link down below, or you can just message me on my Instagram page and then we can get your press-on order started. So here I'm just using the alcohol prep pad to wipe off all that dust, and not only that, it does help dehydrate the nails as well. So to get into like applying them to your actual nail, I am just making sure that they fit nicely because like I said, you don't want to have any shrinkage after applying all like the layers of like acrylic or gel polish to those press-ons. So after I make sure that it fits properly, I do go ahead and apply a little bit of glue onto my natural nail area along with a little bit inside of the press-on nail, and then I will go ahead and apply that to my nail and press down for about 15 seconds. I don't show the actual process of me holding it for the full 15 seconds though because that's just too long to keep in the video. But yeah, so here, this one I did not apply enough nail glue, that's why it kind of popped off too quickly. So you want to make sure to apply a generous amount but not too much, and if you do, go ahead and just use the alcohol prep pad like I did here and just wipe off the excess glue that spilled out underneath the nail. So I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty nervous when doing press-ons on myself because I prefer to have an actual set done, but to save me some time, I wanted to try to do some press-on nails. So I will be keeping you guys updated on how long they last and everything like that, and hopefully they're good results. Like I said, I've never done press-ons on myself, so yeah, but I did get some pretty decent feedbacks from people who do order press-ons, and they say they last pretty long, so we'll see how they turn out for me. But that is pretty much the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!